What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Hope everybody's having a great day or night whenever you're watching this. The Jaxon Smith-Njigba experiment in Seattle is going to be amazing. This dude looks like he's going to be an absolute star. Definitely going to be one of the best receivers in the league in some time. And he's going to be the wide receiver 3 on the Seahawks. That receiving trio is nasty. I want to talk about JSN, though. Before I do, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe if you enjoy this kind of content. Please like the video. But the dude is an absolute monster. Him being the wide receiver 3 on the Seahawks is overpowered as hell. What do you think Jaxon Smith-Njigba's stat line is going to look like? And, you got to take into account he is the third option in this. And what are your expectations for him? Like, what are you expecting him to be great at as a rookie? What are you expecting him to bring to the table? I think, like, stat-wise, given that he's the wide receiver 3, he's probably like a 60 to 65 catches, 800 yards, and like 6 TDs kind of thing. But in the event that DK or Tyler Lockett go down, he's easily a 1,000-yard receiver. Easily. They're the route running, the crispness in his agility. There's just so much good thing. He builds on his routes every single week, and it just feels like there's not a route that he can't run. And I think when you get a route runner that's like that gives you some fluidity to your offense, because now when you're on 3rd and 3, you kind of know who you're going to. If you look at other great route runners in the NFL, like a Keenan Allen, I think Jaxon Smith-Njigba resembles Keenan Allen a ton. But when you look at the Chargers on 3rd down, who are they looking at? Who are they throwing the ball to? More than likely Keenan, because they know when you need that short burst, that quick release, he's the guy to go to. And Jaxon Smith-Njigba is eerily similar to that. He's going to be one of those dudes that's great on the slants. He's great on the crossers, and then he's great on double moves. He's great on curls. He's great on posts, just because of how quick he gets in and out of his cuts. It's really, really hard to cover as a corner. And you're going to be asking your slot corner in most cases, or your cornerback 3 or 4, depending on the injuries and stuff to your defense. You're going to be asking that guy to cover him. Like that's a matchup nightmare. That's a mismatch anywhere on the field. This is a dude that set the Rose Bowl record in college with like 15 catches and 350 yards in one game. That is unheard of. Absolutely unheard of. I'm not saying he's going to go out to the NFL and do 15 catches for 350 yards. But in the event you need a big play or you need a crucial first down on a 2-minute drive, he's going to be a guy that gets looked at a lot. And I think the crossing routes and stuff, we saw it against Dallas yesterday, right? Gets a quick release on the corner, rolling across, and then builds on top of the route and cuts it up the field, levels it out nice and easy. Drew Lock drops it in the basket, turns into a 50-yard gain, puts him on the 1-yard line. Next thing you know, DJ Dallas, 1-yard touchdown, right? So the route running, and I know I'm going to preach on this a lot, but when you get somebody that moves like him, those dudes get open. And when you have a receiver, what is the one job you have? Just get open. Get open, and your quarterback will find you. There's a reason Geno Smith led the league in completion percentage last year. You give him another toy that's just going to get open. That is not going to be fun for defenses. I also just think that Jaxon Smith-Njigba, he's just super savvy in how he moves. Kind of knows how the corners are going to play him. He's very reactive as a receiver. He kind of sees how you match up with him. And he's like, okay, so you're kind of pushing this way. What's the counter to this? His IQ is off the charts. He knows every counter to every sort of defense that you're going to give him, and he knows how to find those soft spots in the zones, which those are what the best receiving options in the NFL do. They find the open spots in the zones. That's what they do. Justin Jefferson, master at that. Devontae Adams, master at that, because you can't cover those dudes one-on-one. So a lot of times you're going to play zone against them. You get those dudes like that in space, it's over. It's over. But the floor for him, I think you're looking at like a 60, 65 catches, 800 yards, a lot of 3rd down conversions, moving the chains. I don't expect him to be like a huge touchdown machine in year 1, just because I think that they have so many options like DK, Tyler Lockett, Noah Fant, Kenneth Walker, Zach Charbonnet. There's a lot of guys that are going to get a lot of scores this year. But, I think 5-6 touchdowns, that's reasonable. And, if somebody goes down, you're looking at one of the best receivers potentially in the NFL. I'm not saying he's going to be top 10 or anything like that as a rookie. But, when you're looking at the top 30 receivers in the NFL, if somebody on this Seahawks team, misses time, he's going to have a little bit of an inkling into making his way into that. As a defense, I just don't know what you do when you got a monster like DK Metcalf lined up outside. You have a dude that's great at getting open in space and getting open downfield, and Tyler Lockett, and then you have this route runner maestro and Jaxon Smith-Njigba sitting underneath all of it. Like, it's just a mess to try and keep up with, and it's going to be tough for virtually every defense in the NFL. And that's why I really like the Seahawks this year. They're like drafting him was, I didn't think they were going to go receiver. I thought they were probably going to go, defense, try and build on that a little bit more. But they did that early in the first round with Devon Witherspoon. So now you got JSN at pick 21 or whatever it was. It was smart. I think it was a smart choice because now you just made a certain element of your offense overpowered as hell. So predict Jaxon Smith-Njigba, JSN. Predict his stat line in the comments below. Who do you compare him to? Like who does he remind you of? Reminds me a ton of Keenan Allen. There's probably a few other guys that you can list on this as well. But I think that's a good comparison, and I expect a great rookie year from him given the context of what his role is. And in due time, this dude 1,000+ yards every year. Book it. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. If you enjoy this kind of content, please like the video. Really, really appreciate it. But get ready for a Jaxon Smith-Njigba amazing Seattle experiment. It's going to be great for so many years, health permitting, of course. Can't wait to watch the dude ball out. But peace.